Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. I felt called to do a pick a card reading today. So today we're going to be looking at your person's feelings for you. And we have 3 piles to choose from. So at the beginning of each pile, I'm going to do an energy check so that you know if it's your reading or not, and then we'll get into your person's feelings. So for pile number 1, we have the Baroque Tarot and this piece of Tiger's Eye. For pile number 2, we have New Moon Tarot and this Dragon Egg Stone. And for pile number 3, we have the Lucid Dreams Tarot with Ruby Kyanite. I think that's how you pronounce it. So if you need a moment to sit with the energies, feel free to pause the video here and I will see you at your pile. Hello pile 1, and welcome to your reading. If you chose the Baroque Tarot and this Tiger's Eye crystal, then this is going to be your reading all about how your person is feeling about you. So before we get into the tarot, I did pre-shuffle out some oracle cards for you so that you know if you're resonating with the energy. So I have energy for you, energy for your person, and then a card to connect you. So for pile number 1, you're being represented as the whale. We have self-worth focused on self-love. I'm going to see if they all fit. And we have the Dancer, self-expression and strength. I'm not sure if these are all going to fit. I mean, you can't really see that, can you, past the plant? There we go. And then for your person's energy, and I'll explain all these cards, for your person's energy, we have the Mouse. We have the Forgotten, missed opportunities, fear of failure. And we have all tied up, I feel stuck. So that is your person's energy. And then the connecting energy, we have material and spiritual prosperity. It's in reverse though. So this is the 6 of Pentacles. So the 6 of Pentacles is in reverse for the connecting energy. So there's a song coming through very clearly, and it's Larger Than Life by the Backstreet Boys. I'm not sure if that's symbolic, but that's coming through very clearly here in this reading. So let me just get everything lined up here and make sure you can see everything you can. All right. So I'll start with your side. You're coming through as the Whale. So we have water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And the Whale does talk about, like, to me, the Whale always reminds me of music. So music could be very symbolic, or you could be really into music. You could even be a musician. But the Whale does talk about feminine energy. And it specifically talks about communication and compassion. So whoever you are, I do feel like it's funny, I'm feeling your person's energy in this reading, and it's a very nervous energy with the Mouse. So I was hearing, you could be someone who's very emotionally intelligent. I'm kind of seeing the Queen of Cups or the King of Cups. So you could be someone who's very emotionally intelligent, very in touch with your emotions. You could also be a giver. Especially with the 6 of Pentacles being in reverse. This could have been a connection where you gave a lot and maybe this person wasn't able to meet you halfway, because the 6 of Pentacles talks about equal give and take and reciprocity. And in the reverse, it's showing that there wasn't equal give and take and reciprocity. I don't feel like this person could match the energy or the emotional depth that you brought to this connection. Let's just have a look at the whale. I also always talk about the body language of the animal cards, and this is an interesting pick a card for me because although the piles are different, they're almost very similar. Like all three piles are very similar. So if this isn't resonating, you might want to check out another pile. So it does say desire to delve deeper, profound peace, ancient wisdom. When in balance, which it is, calm, steady, deeply compassionate. And it talks about profound emotional health and stability and not being afraid of emotional expression. So I feel like you were someone who was not afraid to communicate how you felt. And I almost feel like your person didn't know what to do with that. This could have been someone who was lacking emotional maturity or emotional intelligence. And maybe they didn't know, like I said, what to do with that. It could have made them very anxious. And I keep hearing larger than life because if you look, like when you think about the size difference between a mouse and a whale, I just feel like this person felt like you were larger than life, and maybe they didn't know how to match your energy or your emotional depth. This could have been someone who, like I said, wasn't comfortable with their emotions or opening up emotionally. We have self-worth here for you, which I love, and it says focused on self-love. So I really am seeing like the Queen of Cups. Right now you are putting all that love and energy into yourself, and maybe in the past you tried to give it to this person. If you look at this image, you know, we have two fountains flowing, but this is in the reverse. So it feels like, I just feel like you were giving a lot to this person and you were giving them a lot of your emotion and love and compassion. And I don't feel like they were meeting you where you were, which could have caused a separation. Something's out of balance here with the Six of Pentacles being in reverse. But right now I see that you're someone who's very focused on filling up your own cup. You could also be really trusting your intuition here with the whale. And maybe your intuition is telling you, you know, to focus on yourself right now. We also have the Dancer, self-expression. So again, I feel like you are someone who expresses yourself beautifully. You express your emotions beautifully. And this person could have found that very overwhelming. You know, even if you didn't grow up in a household where it was okay to express your emotions, maybe that's something that you learned over time. Even maybe you grew up with parents who didn't express emotions, but through healing, you learned how to express them. And your person could have grown up in a household where they didn't. I'm hearing somebody here grew up in a household where they didn't express emotions or they weren't free to express emotions. And maybe that was both of you, but you learned how to rise above that. You learned how to do that, but I don't think your person did. So your emotional stability and deepness and awareness could have really scared this person or intimidated them. Anyway, I was talking about the body language, and the whale is pointing this way. And then, so it does look like you're focused on yourself right now. And then your person is kind of watching you, or they're looking over at you. So with the Dancer, you could be focusing on something that is, you could be focusing on your own self-expression. You could be focusing on, I was kind of seeing the Queen of Wands. So you could be focusing on your creativity. I also notice like you're standing in your strength is what I'm hearing. But I also notice that there's like this red, I kind of see this as the red thread. So you could feel like you have a faded connection with this person, and you could even be, if you know about the red thread, you could know that whatever you're doing is actually helping this person energetically. But very strong, powerful energy on your side, focused on yourself. Like I said, the way that this whale is focusing this way, I think you're very focused on self. But I'm called to say that this whale eye is kind of looking back. So you could still think about this person, or you could believe in that red thread bond is what I'm hearing. I just heard making magic happen in your own energy. So I love your energy. Your person's energy is not so great. Not in terms of how they feel about you, but I feel a lot of anxiety in their energy. We have the mouse here, which is a very anxious energy. I was thinking about a mouse and an elephant specifically. But this person seems nervous about what you're doing, or they could feel nervous that you're, moving on without them. The fact that we have the forgotten, it says missed opportunities. So it feels like this person is seeing you as a missed opportunity. And I have this card now trapped underneath the candle and my crystal ball, but maybe you could zoom in. But there's an eye here. And this eye is looking up towards this figure who seems to be floating away. And I kind of think that that's you as this whale. You're kind of following your own current right now. And this person is almost feeling like you've forgotten them, or that they missed an opportunity with you. We also have fear of failure. So I feel like your person struggles with fear of failure, fear of letting you down, fear of not being able to meet you where you are with the Six of Pentacles in reverse. I feel like this person is scared that, there goes my throat. I feel like this person is scared that even if they were to come towards you, they wouldn't be able to give you equal give and take and reciprocity, and that fear of failure keeps them stuck. And then it's confirmed with this all tied up. I feel stuck. So right now your person kind of feels stuck in this anxious energy. And they feel stuck in this fear of failure. I'm actually wondering, I wonder if there's a fear of failure in this book. Fear of failure, there is. So people always ask me what this book is. It's Sacred Shadows by The Reckoning Co. And you can find it on Amazon. She also made a deck that has these descriptions on the cards, not as in-depth. And I don't believe that she sells, I don't believe the book comes with the deck. I think you have to buy the book separately. But you can find, she's on Etsy, The Reckoning Co., and you can find her book on Amazon. But we have fear of failure. And I'm just going to read, I just think that I should read this to you about your person. A deeply ingrained fear that making mistakes, falling short, and not meeting expectations equates to personal inadequacy. So maybe this person wasn't meeting your expectations. And with the mouse, they're being very nitpicky about themselves right now. Like it's not the best energy. Like they're being really nitpicky about how they come towards you, or if they should come towards you. But I'm hearing they're being nitpicky towards themselves because they have this fear of failure. This wound manifests as procrastination, perfectionism, or an avoidance of risks that might lead to disappointment. And I do feel like your person procrastinates when it comes to this connection or contacting you, whatever the situation between you is. And it keeps them stuck because they have this fear of failure. And they're worried that if they come towards you, they're just going to disappoint you anyway. Or if they come towards you, you'll have moved on, or you won't. Like, I just feel like this person catastrophizes is what I'm hearing. Like they think of the worst case scenario, and then that keeps them very stuck. Very much Eight of Swords energy with this all tied up. I feel stuck, but the Eight of Swords, they're not actually stuck. It's their own fear that's keeping them stuck. There may be an internalized belief that failure is a reflection of worth rather than a necessary part of growth, leading to cycles of self-doubt, anxiety, and hesitation. Some may struggle to start projects fearing they won't be good enough, while others may overwork themselves to exhaustion in an attempt to prevent failure altogether. Emotionally, this wound can create feelings of shame, embarrassment, or regret over past mistakes. And I do feel like there's regret over their past mistakes here, making it difficult to move forward. Physically, it may manifest as muscle tension, digestive distress, or restlessness from an underlying fear of being judged or falling behind. Over time, fear of failure can lead to missed opportunities, fear of failure. It says it right there. Stifled potential and an inability to experience the richness of life due to excessive self-criticism. Watch for patterns of playing small, that little mouse, playing small, avoiding challenges, or tying self-worth to external achievements. So I just felt like reading that to you. But yeah, that's your person. So we have water, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We have earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I am getting a little bit of fire on your side, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and then some air energy on their side, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So that was pretty straightforward. I think I'm just going to get, whoa, calm down. This card, this deck just almost slipped through my fingers, and I feel like that's symbolic of how your person is feeling. Like you're slipping through their fingers, or you're drifting away from them with this forgotten card. So I'm just going to get a few cards to see how your person is feeling about you from this deck. I'm seeing conflicted and overwhelmed. And like this is the end. They're worried, you know, that they're being left behind here. The forgotten. And I think that fear of failure talked about being left behind. So I'm just going to get a few of these cards before I get tarot. So we have hollow, empty. They're feeling very empty without you is what I'm hearing. And we have stress. So they are overthinking about this right now. They are feeling very stressed out about this situation. All right. I'm hearing overactive imagination, like someone who's catastrophizing, imagining the worst case scenarios. They could even fear that you're with someone else. So how is this person feeling? Negative mindset. How is this person feeling about pile one? So there's the conflicted energy. So they are feeling very conflicted about this. We have obsession, infatuation, adoration, addiction, and I keep hearing that song Larger Than Life. So it's almost like they feel like you're larger than life. We have broken, shattered, heartbroken, destroyed. We have beauty, charming, graceful, kind-hearted for how they feel about you. We have karma, consequences, cause and effect. So this person could be feeling like this is the consequences of their actions, however they treated you. And then we have exhaustion. So they are feeling very drained right now, and that's kind of what I'm picking up on as I'm channeling their energy. It's a very anxious, like overthinking, catastrophizing energy. Maybe your person has like mental health issues or anxiety. All right. So let's see how they're feeling about you with tarot. How is this person feeling about pile one? They could owe you some kind of justice here with that karma card, and now I'm seeing justice. So they could feel like this is their karma, you know, for however they treated you. So how is this person feeling about pile one? We have the Chariot. Oh my goodness. So you know, they could feel like you are moving on without them. But there's also this, with the Chariot, there's this feeling of needing to take action towards you before you move on, or before you kind of, I'm seeing someone like disappearing on the horizon. So maybe this person feels like if they don't take action, they're going to miss their opportunity. We have the Six of Wands. So it does feel like this person wants to like come towards you, and, you know, make you feel seen, make you feel loved. You could also be in the spotlight somehow with the Six of Wands. So we have the Queen of Cups in reverse. Interesting. So you could have been someone who did overgive to this connection with the Queen of Cups in reverse. There's something about this person. Yeah, they feel like you gave a lot to them. And maybe, you know, I feel like they feel like you're not giving to them anymore, so I don't feel like you're chasing them. They feel like you put in more effort than they did. And they're feeling very insecure about coming towards you. All right, so how is this person feeling about pile one? How is this person feeling about pile one? We have the Ten of Cups. So they see you as their happily ever after. They see you as their emotional fulfillment with the Ten of Cups. We have the Emperor on the bottom. So I feel like this person sees you, I keep hearing larger than life, but this person sees you as someone they could have had it all with. And if they want this happily ever after, they're going to have to step up with the Emperor. Let's keep going. Aries energy could be symbolic. How is this person feeling about pile one? We have the Knight of Cups. So this person, you know, with the Knight of Cups, they could be, the fact that we had the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, this person could have felt like they were, how can I put that? Like they were looking up to you in some way, or they saw you as above them when it came to emotions. I feel like this person is, with the Six of Pentacles being in reverse, is connecting energy. I do feel like this person is feeling like they weren't matching your emotional depth. Knight of Cups shows that this person does have romantic feelings towards you. Knight of Cups also talks about wanting to rekindle something. We have the High Priestess for how they feel about you. The initials B and J could be symbolic, but this person feels, you know, the High Priestess is someone who's full of love and passion, but keeps it kind of under wraps. Or I just feel like this person knows they didn't know how to express those emotions to you. They feel like you are being very quiet with them, possibly even withdrawn with the High Priestess. Nine of Pentacles on the bottom. So this person feels like you are very focused on self-worth. You could be going through a glow up here. I feel like this person feels like you are patient with them, but you can only be patient for so long before you have to start focusing on yourself. You can only give to someone who's not meeting you for so long before you have to start putting that energy back into your own cup. You know, with the Knight of Cups, it definitely feels like this person has romantic feelings for you, but they feel, you know, it's just, I feel like they feel scared to communicate them, or they procrastinate coming towards you. Pisces energy could be symbolic. How is this person feeling about pile one? How is this person feeling about pile one? So we have Temperance. So they do want to restore balance. And that, again, that Six of Pentacles talks about an imbalance of energy. And then we have the Page of Swords on the Page of Swords here. So for how this person feels about you, they do want to restore balance. Page of Swords, though, you know, they want to have a conversation with you, but it feels like they hold back. Page of Swords is like, I need more information before I have that conversation. They could also be watching you, is what I was hearing with that Six of Wands. There's definitely something here about how this person could have been more immature than you in some way. Either they were younger than you or just more immature than you. My throat keeps closing over. So I feel like this person, you know, isn't ready to talk yet because they're in this like fear of failure and mouse energy. So they feel very nervous about talking to you. I do feel like this person feels like you are someone who's very balanced, very, you were patient with them with the Temperance card. So we have Sagittarius here as well. But again, you can only be patient for so long. And we see this image of the cups, you know, the energy exchange. So it feels like this person does want to restore balance and does want to have this reciprocity with you, but maybe they don't feel ready yet with the Page of Swords being here. Oh my gosh, your person has a blocked throat chakra. All right, that's what I'm getting. Because my throat keeps blocking. My throat chakra keeps closing. Throat chakra block. A deep energetic imbalance affecting self-expression, communication, and the ability to speak one's truth, often caused by a fear of judgment, past invalidation, or a suppression of personal voice. This wound manifests as difficulty expressing thoughts and emotions, fear of confrontation, or feeling unheard and misunderstood. Some may struggle with speaking up in relationships, holding back opinions or desires due to fear of rejection. Others may feel pressure to filter or alter their words to please others, resulting in a loss of authenticity. There may be an internalized belief that their voice doesn't matter or that expressing emotions leads to negative consequences. So this person, I was hearing somebody here could have grown up in a household where, you know, that's kind of what causes somebody to have the inability to express emotions is maybe when they did that as a child, they were punished for it. Emotionally, this wound can create cycles of silence, resentment, or over-explaining to feel understood. Physically, it may manifest as chronic throat tension, sore throats, jaw clenching, or thyroid imbalances. Over time, an unresolved throat chakra blockage can result in passive communication, difficulty setting boundaries, or fear of speaking up. Watch for patterns of withholding thoughts, struggling to find the right words, or feeling emotionally suffocated by unspoken truths. And that's exactly what I feel your person is feeling right now. So I'm just gonna, I wasn't gonna do it, but I am gonna do it. I just noticed on the bottom of the deck, we have better off. So this person they're in a very negative mindset where they almost feel like you're better off without them. It's very is it self-deprecating? That's what I'm hearing. I'm not sure if that's the right terminology to be using, but it's just like this person is very down on themselves right now. So let's see their intentions towards you. Oh, yes. Yes. Six of Coins, equal give and take. They want to turn this around. Their intentions towards you, look at that. There's so much about balance. Like this person, for how they feel about you, they do feel like you deserve balance. With the Temperance card, you've been patient. You were patient with them, but you can only be patient for so long before your cup starts to drain if you're overgiving. Their intentions here are to turn this energy around, to be able to give to you equally. Equal give and take and reciprocity, Six of Coins in the upright, and we have Justice, and we see the scales balanced. So there's so much about balance, balancing the scales in this reading. Let's see. It's funny, I was only going to get feelings, but this is very straightforward and I'm moving through it quite quickly. So I'm just going to ask a few more questions. Let's see what action they're going to take towards you in the future. Oh, that's good. That's good. We have the Seven of Cups in reverse. So they stop avoiding you. They stop procrastinating, and they do come towards you with clarity and communication, or clarity and action with the Seven of Cups in reverse. You know, they stop putting it off. They stop avoiding making that decision. We have the Page of Wands to confirm that on the bottom. So they do take inspired action towards you with the Page of Wands. Maybe they even start off by sending you a song. I'm just noticing this card right here. She's playing a guitar or whatever you would call that. I don't even know what you would call that. And I kept hearing larger than life. So maybe for some of you, this action comes through like music or a song. It doesn't have to, but they do take inspired action towards you. They do send you a small message. It's, you know, Page is small, but they do reach out in some kind of small way. There goes my throat again. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. What is currently blocking this person? What is currently blocking this person? We have the Hanged Man. Oh my gosh, I shouldn't laugh, but Ace of Swords and the Hanged Man for a blockage. So right now, what is blocking them? Let's have a look. Typically, if you are learning tarot, typically with blockages, you'll take the reversal. So confusion, miscommunication, failure to communicate. This person could also, the Page of Swords can sometimes talk about someone who's very, they can be very smart and calculated with their words to the point where it can almost be hurtful. So it feels like one of the blockages here with the Ace of Swords, oh my gosh. One of the blockages here with the Ace of Swords could be that, first of all, it's failure to communicate. So this person is failing to communicate their emotions, how they truly feel, because we have the Queen of Cups here. So they're failing, like they're not able to communicate their emotions in a healthy way is what I'm hearing. It also talks about painful words. So this person could have a way of communicating that is quite hurtful. You know, you could have expressed yourself in a very emotionally intelligent way, and they could have deflected or said painful things to you. That's one of the blockages here, though. And right now, there's uncertainty about how to start this conversation, which is why we have the Page of Swords here. They're not quite sure how to start this conversation. They don't know where to begin. So they feel like they need to learn more or gain more information before they communicate. The King of Cups talks about low effort. And we had that Queen of Cups in reverse, which talks about an overgiver. So one of the blockages here is that this person was not putting in enough effort, which caused the Six of Pentacles to go in reverse, because maybe you were giving a lot. And again, I feel like there's something about this person not knowing how to communicate their emotions in a mature way. I'm just gonna look up one more thing. I already know Hanged Man energy as a blockage is procrastination. Look, one of the blockages, King of Cups, overwhelmed, anxiousness, withdrawn. So their own anxiety, their own withdrawal is actually blocking this right now. So they kind of need to free themselves from that Eight of Swords energy. Again, the Eight of Swords is about, I feel stuck, but in reality, you're not actually stuck. It's your own mind or trauma that's keeping you stuck. Trauma that can be healed is what I'm hearing. And we have Hanged Man. Like I said, I don't think these readings are going to be as long as my regular readings. So stalling, procrastination, Hanged Man energy, uncertainty. So that's part of the blockage here. Everything we were talking about, that fear of failure, the blocked throat chakra, all of those things blocking this connection. So let's just get, I just want to get one card for the potential outcome here. And then we'll get some channeled messages from this person. I won't be surprised if some of the channeled messages that come out are the insecure ones, the ones that are like, do you think about me too? Or I'm too afraid to talk. Or do you even care? Like the insecure ones. Let's see it almost feels too with the Hanged Man and the Hanged Man as a blockage, that this person needs to like surrender that anxiousness. They need to surrender the things that keep them stuck. So show me potential outcome, please, Spirit. We have Judgment and the Fool. So potential outcome, that's good. That's good. So potential outcome, we do have this person taking a leap of faith towards you in the future. This is, I stopped mentioning signs, but we have Pisces, we have Aries. But we do see this person taking a leap of faith towards you. I almost feel like this dog. You know how sometimes on the Fool card, maybe you don't know, but sometimes on the Fool card, there's usually an animal. Usually it's a dog. And sometimes that dog is trying to stop the person from taking the leap of faith. And I almost see that as their overactive imagination or their anxiety. And I feel like potential outcome, this person, you know, overcomes that anxiety and takes the leap of faith towards you. We have Judgment. So that's about making adjustments. It's about a renewal. It's about a resurrection. So it feels like after this person does a lot of self-evaluation, there's, you know, a renewal here between the two of you. But they need to get out of their own way is what I'm hearing. They need to get out of their head. They need to get out of that catastrophizing mindset. You know, instead of like, what if I reach out to them and they reject me? What if I reach out to them and they've already moved on? What if I reach out to them and I hurt them? They need to change that mindset to like, what if I reach out to them and they welcome me with compassion and love? What if I reach out to them and it's better than we ever imagined? What if everything goes right is what I'm hearing. So let's get some channeled messages from your person. Channeled messages from the mouse for pile 1. So we have strength, ego. So I do feel like their ego or their fear or their overactive imagination is holding them back right now. And you, standing in your strength, you have self-expression and strength. So you have a lot of strength right now is what I'm hearing. So what does this person want to say to you? I just wanted to look underneath that. We have, I'm open to compromise. So what does this person want to say to pile 1? I hesitated before I started shuffling these. I don't know if you picked up on that, but it was almost like we have I'm ready. So that confirms that future energy with the Fool card. Look, I told you something like that was going to come out. If I asked you to stay, would you leave? So there's that insecurity that I was talking about. So it's like, it almost feels like they're ready, and then they have this like, well, what if I ask them to stay and they don't want to? Or what if I ask them if they want to talk to me and they ghost me? What does this person want to say to you? I noticed myself like stop for a moment. We have please give me time. I've never felt this way before. And that's really giving me like that 9 of Swords with the anxiousness. I've never felt this way before, and that's what makes you larger than life, is what I'm hearing. We have I am coming, trust. They just need more time is what this feels like. What does this person want to say to you? Do you even see me that way? I told you that those were going to come out. I told you they were going to come out. Do you even see me that way? So this person is like, again, they have a lot of anxious thoughts, a lot of insecurity here. And when someone's feeling insecure, that's enough to stop them from coming forward. And we have love me. So it's like this person, I think this is symbolic of your person needing to love themselves more before they can love you more or show you that love, because a person can only meet you where they are. That 6 of Pentacles, a person can only meet you where they are. So if this person doesn't even love themselves or know how to love themselves or be emotionally open with themselves, how can they do that with you? And do you even see me that way? This person is hoping that you love them. And on the bottom we have, I just dream and wish for everything. So years that could be symbolic: 71, 79, 74, 70, like 1970, 1974, 1971, 1979, or 1990, 1994, 1991, 1997, April 9th, April 1st, April 7th, September 4th, September 1st, September 7th, January 9th, January 4th, January 7th, July 7th, July 1st, July 9th, July 4th. So pile 1, that was very straightforward, but I'm not going to lie, your person, like, their energy is very anxious. Sitting, like, channeling their energy, I feel, I don't want to say I'm happy this reading is over, because I'm not. I love doing readings, but it's like, I'm ready to be out of the energy that I'm channeling for them, because it is very anxious energy. So you keep doing you, you're doing beautifully. And yeah, I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye. Hello, pile 2, and welcome to your reading. If you chose pile 2 and this dragon egg stone, this is going to be your reading about how your person is feeling about you. And somewhere I have, this is a new crystal that my sister gave me, and it's called Septarian. A protective and nurturing stone, enhances feelings of comfort and understanding, helps us speak from the heart, a grounding stone connecting us with Mother Earth. I don't have little cards for the other piles, but I just got this crystal, so I had the card here, so I thought I'd read it to you. It also reminds me of, I don't know if this is symbolic for anyone else, but it kind of reminds me of when you see like iced coffee, when they put the cream in. I was hearing like vanilla something. I don't know why it reminds me of coffee, but I just thought I'd mention it in case that's confirmation for anyone. So today we're going to do an energy check first before we get to the tarot for how this person is currently feeling about you. Pile 1 was very straightforward, so I'm sure yours will be straightforward as well. Here's hoping. But this is going to represent you, and then I have connecting energy and then your person's energy. So make sure if this isn't resonating to check the other piles. The piles are kind of similar but different. So if this isn't like truly resonating, make sure to check another one. But for your energy, we have the fox. You're foxy. I don't know why I said that. Maybe you have red hair, maybe you're foxy. Maybe in the past you were someone who was unsure of your identity, but now you're quite sure of who you are and what you want and what your values are, I'm hearing. We have the acolyte. I don't know how to pronounce anything. New projects and learning. And we have old-fashioned traditional values. So it seems like you could be someone who, I don't mean you're old-fashioned in like a sense where you dress like you're from the 50s or something, but you could have very traditional values. One of those could be monogamy, with the monogamy and commitment, and fidelity is what I'm hearing with the fox. I'll explain those energies a little bit more in a minute. And then, whoops, I wasn't supposed to turn that over yet. And then for your person, we have the earthworm. So there's heavy earth energy in this pile. Just remember, I'm not just talking about sun signs. And if, you're not seeing their placements, don't freak out. That's just meant for extra confirmation. But with the fox, that is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and then the earthworm is also Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the weaver, rediscovery and transition. And I liked how similar, like we have these swirls with the threads, and then we have the swirl with the earthworm. So it does feel like your person is going through a transition. And then we have shadow, facing my dark side. Very good. Very good. So they're facing their dark side. They're going through a transition where they're facing some of their shadows and they're transitioning. You can see it in this image. This one talks about transition, rediscovering some of their light aspects, transitioning from shadow to light is what I'm hearing. Which is what happens when you do shadow work. Those shadows, once you shine a light on them, you turn them into light. So that's good. And then connecting energy, we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles says firm foundation. But the Four of Pentacles, I think I'm going to start with connecting energy. No matter what your situation, the Four of Pentacles is showing that you both hold on to each other's energy. You haven't been able to let each other go, or you feel a strong hold on each other's energy. The Four of Pentacles, though, does talk about, insecurity or holding back. So there may not be much action between you and this person right now. And with this being the connecting energy, it looks like you're both, it feels like you're both on your own paths, working on your own foundations right now. But like I said, Four of Pentacles, it feels like you still feel a strong energetic hold on each other, no matter what the circumstances between you. I could see this being a no contact, or this is like a low contact, because the Four of Pentacles can be about like holding your cards close to your chest or holding back. So not fully opening up. If it was in the reverse, that's about opening up or being more open. But with it in the upright, it feels like, I just feel like both of you, the fact that we have this image where somebody's turned their back, somebody could have turned their back on this connection, or you're both just, neither one of you are focused on each other right now. You're kind of focused on your own foundation. And, as far as body language goes, the earthworm, it looks like this person is very much working on themselves right now and maybe holding back from you, or I don't want to say blocking you out, but you can see how this earthworm has kind of a protective energy around whatever transformation is happening right now. And then the fox's body language is facing this way. And actually, fun fact, in all piles, the viewer is facing this way. So it feels like for all the piles, kind of the energy or the focus isn't on this person right now for the viewers. But yeah, let's get into your energy. So the fox is a strong partner or mate. So I do feel like you are someone who, you know, has a lot of qualities that people see would make you a strong partner or mate. You know, the fox card does talk about monogamy and fidelity. And I was saying some of the shadow attributes of the fox is being unsure of your identity, but it's in the upright. So it feels like you're very sure of who you are and what you want. There goes my throat again. You're very sure about who you are and what you want. And it feels like you want something more traditional, like something monogamous or marriage, or you want stability and structure is what I'm hearing. I was also getting heavy Hierophant energy on your side. So you could resonate with Hierophant energy, or you could be learning more about spirituality. You could also be either learning from a mentor or being called to be a mentor to others. That won't be for all of you, but I was hearing it, so I wanted to say it. Like I said, with the acolyte, or however you pronounce that, we have new projects and learning. So it feels like right now you're focused on yourself. You're focused on, I don't know if you can see it, but there's almost like a little flame coming out of this jar. So you could be focused on, like maybe you're doing pottery, or you're just focused on projects right now, maybe creative projects and learning. So you could be going through, you could be taking a course, or you could be higher level learning with the Hierophant is what I was hearing. I mean, your energy is pretty straightforward. Like I said, you're someone who has more traditional values, so it feels like you know what you want, and you're not going to settle for less than what you know you want, which is stability, and you're focused on your own foundation, new projects, learning right now. Let me get you, or let me read you the Fox card. Smart, strong partner or mate, wise teacher. So you could be a teacher, or you could be, you know, that's why I said maybe you're thinking about being a mentor to others. You could be taking a course so that you can help others or teach others, or you could be learning from someone else, another teacher. So when in balance, magical, monogamous, to bring into balance partnership or connection. So it feels like for you, to bring something into balance with this person, it would need to be a partnership or commitment or monogamy is what I'm hearing. Like I said, I kept hearing, I know what I want and I'm not settling for less. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. So it does feel like, you know, you could be someone who is remaining very faithful to this person. I'm not saying that you have to, especially if you're not in a committed connection with this person or you're in separation with this person, but it almost feels like you're still, like you haven't let this person go with the Four of Pentacles. And it feels like even though maybe there's nothing set in stone, about you and this person being committed to each other. You still are remaining loyal to this person. Maybe you have no interest in dating anyone else. I don't think that you're someone who's looking for someone else, is my point. It feels like you still see the potential of a connection with this person and a future with this person. And, instead of going out and looking for the next best thing or an easy fix, it feels like you're focusing on new projects and learning about something or learning about yourself. It feels like you want connection and partnership with this person, and you still hold them very, like you're remaining true to them is what I'm hearing. And I'm not saying that you have to be. I don't think that you and this person have any sort of commitment set in stone, but it almost feels like you're remaining loyal and committed anyway. I don't know why I was hearing celibate, but I was hearing celibate for some reason. So that's you. And your person's energy is also very interesting. Your person could be younger than you. They don't have to be, but they could be younger than you or just more immature than you. They could also be not as evolved as you in some way with the earthworm. The earthworm talks about a novice or someone just starting out. So this person could just be starting out on their shadow work. And maybe you're someone who's done a lot of shadow work. Or maybe this person is just starting to build a strong foundation. And maybe you've had a strong foundation for a while. Like maybe this person is just starting to make money and savings, and you have been financially stable for a while. Maybe I'm just giving you all the things that I'm hearing. Maybe you are very awakened. I was hearing Hierophant energy for a reason, so you could be very awakened. And maybe this person is just starting to awaken. There's definitely an energy that they're just starting out in some way, in whatever way that is. So we have earthworm energy for them. I just heard earthworm gym. I don't know why I heard that. Isn't that a game from like the 90s or the 80s? Earthworm gym? Am I imagining that? Maybe the name gym is symbolic. So your person's energy, shy, hesitant, reluctant to share inner wisdom. So they are feeling quite shy about opening up to you right now, which makes sense with the Four of Pentacles. I was saying someone's holding back, maybe out of insecurity. They're feeling shy to show you what they've been working on or shy to come towards you. And when in balance, earnest, intelligent, valuable. When out of balance, self-conscious, apprehensive. To bring into balance, speak up, risk, embarrassment. So, in order to bring this connection into balance, you seem to want connection and partnership. In order for them to bring this connection into balance, they need to stop holding back and speak up and risk embarrassing themselves. We have all felt the woes of the earthworm at some point along the way. The earthworm indicates a newbie or novice working to establish confidence in a new field. And that new field doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a specific field. I was hearing, I gave you all the examples I was hearing, so I won't repeat myself. Others around you may seem wise and experienced, but it's important to remember that they felt earthworm energy. They once felt earthworm energy too. So your person has to remember that even though they feel like they're just starting out, or they feel like they're not as far along on the journey as you, that you were there at one point too. You used to be that earthworm, is what I'm hearing. This card is a reminder not to be intimidated or to lose hope. Mastery takes time and you're on the right track. So this person is trying not to lose hope. There's still hope here that they can open up to you or that they can speak to you, whatever your situation is. And like I said, shadow facing my dark side, that's pretty self-explanatory. Your person is starting to explore their shadows. And that's where our light lives. A lot of people are afraid to face their shadows, but that's where our power and our light is. It's funny because for pile 1, I felt called to read out of some book. And now for you, I'm feeling called to read you something out of this book for your person. And then we have the Weaver, rediscovery transition. So your person is, rediscovering things about themselves. I feel like as they face their shadows, they're rediscovering some of their light. They could be rediscovering things about you as they're waking up here with this earthworm energy. And they're in a transition period. So like I said, they're transitioning from some of this shadow energy into more of a light energy. And I feel like that's why we have the illumination with the earthworm. Now, nourish the shadow. I feel called to read this to you for your person. Because like I said, a lot of people are afraid of facing their shadow. They're afraid to admit that they have shadows or that they have some not so desirable qualities. But that's where our light lives, is within those shadows. There's no shame in doing shadow work. So I'm just going to read this to you because I felt like it was symbolic for your person. Jaguar represents the shadow, the subconscious aspects of ourselves we push away. Carl Jung says these aspects usually stem from situations we encountered as children that can lead us to feel shame, unworthiness, and abandonment. We then live out these programmed beliefs as adults. Jaguar comes to speak to us about nourishing our shadow. In this image, we see her, well, you can't see the image because I don't have the card, but we see her drinking from the well of wholeness. The well in this image, inspired by analyst Marion Woodman, is our place of nourishment and absolute wholeness. Water is where all life comes from. Without it, we have no vitality. 1974 or 1975 could be symbolic. Many of us ignore and starve our shadow aspects because they cause us so much pain. We push them away and deeply criticize them. We chain our jaguar shadow and confine her to the furthest part of the backyard of our minds. She howls and cries for nourishment, yet we still ignore her. In her banishment, because of lack of love, her power grows as the master of self-sabotage. So this person could have even self-sabotaged this connection. Ironically, if you would begin a relationship with her, you'd find that she is your greatest asset and leads to fulfilling your life's purpose. Funny that we instinctively banish her. Jaguar's medicine asks you to create a self-talk relationship with yourself and to ride the wave of hurt within. Every time a painful feeling arises, you must now tell yourself, I'm right here to feel this with you. I accept this uncomfortable feeling, and I will ride it out with you. I am here to feel this with you. If you do this, the emotion will always detox out and dissipate, leading to a much quicker healing. But you must be strong and endure the pain. Commit to riding the waves of emotion together within yourself. This is the nourishment your shadow requests. If you witness her, she will start showing you a new and indestructible power within. Your shadow is where your diamond lives. So right now your person is starting to look, they're transitioning into shadow work is what I'm hearing, or there's the transition of shadow turning to light in their energy, but they feel like they're just starting out here and they could feel apprehensive or shy about communicating with you or opening up to you about these things. But to bring into balance, risk embarrassment and speak up, the earthworm. And with this transition card, that's also giving me like 6 of Swords energy. So your person could be, in that, I feel like 6 of Swords are in this energy of wanting to repair whatever disconnected you. So I'm just going to get a few feeling cards from your person to see how they're feeling about you. We have foundation. So clearly this person feels like you are someone who deserves a strong foundation. They feel like you are someone who does have a strong foundation and you are more established than them. Soulmate, oh my. So they feel a strong soul connection with you, which is kind of what I meant about the Four of Pentacles. And we have return, second chance, opportunity, making amends. So they do think about returning or making amends with you. All right, so we're just gonna get a few of these. And I'm gonna get the ones that fly out of here. So we have clinging, holding on, obsessing, spying, and then we have distracted, sidetrack, change, delays. So there could have been delays here, or your person, you know, they could be feeling like there's still change that they need to go through before they return, or before they're going to be ready for commitment. So let's see how your person is feeling about you. How is your person feeling about you right now? How is your person feeling about you? I'm only taking the ones that are falling out. All right, so we have loyalty. So strong partner or mate. So they do feel like you're someone very trustworthy, very reliable, very loyal. We have rejection. So we have abandoned, dismissed, irrational fear. So this person could have an irrational fear that you would reject them if they haven't changed enough, or that you would reject them because this one does talk about like being scared or apprehensive to open up. And with this rejection card, this person could fear that if they come towards you before they do the proper amount of healing, that you'll reject them. They could be feeling like you're someone who's far along on your healing journey, and that could be why they feel intimidated about coming towards you. Also, this person, for some of you, could have rejected you or remember I said self-sabotage. So this person could have rejected your offer of commitment or rejected you or committing to you because they had some sort of irrational fear or maybe even some trauma from childhood. And then we have beginnings, try again, new direction, start over. So they do want a new beginning here with you. They do want to try again. They do want to start over. We have soulmates, deep love, unity, connection. So this person feels like you are a soulmate. And then we have chemistry. So this person feels insane chemistry with you, insane attraction, a soul spark, passion. All right, so that's how they're feeling about you in those cards. And now we're going to get tarot for how they're feeling. And I was only going to do feelings with tarot, but then for pile one, I felt called to ask a few more questions. So I'll probably do the same for you. And the journey I went on to try and find out the name of this tarot deck today, oh my goodness. I took pictures of it and tried to use Google, and Google kept telling me it was Ethereal Visions. And I'm like, I know that's not Ethereal Visions. You're wrong, Google. It kept telling me that it was Ethereal Visions. And it's like, nope, Ethereal Visions is white. Like, you're crazy. I just feel like this could be symbolic for you. I went through my entire bin of tarot books trying to find the name of it. Couldn't find the guidebook for it. Couldn't remember the name of this deck. Then I went through all of my purchase history for everywhere I've ever bought a tarot deck. I finally found it. I got it from Tarot Stack, and it's called New Moon Tarot, not Ethereal Visions. But, you know, I feel like when I was going through this, I don't know, I spent 45 minutes doing that this morning. And I just kept thinking that was symbolic for you. Like, you could be the type of person this person has been looking for their entire life. And then when you walked into their life, they had no idea what to do. I don't know. It could be symbolic. So let's see how this person is currently feeling about you, pile two. How is this person feeling about pile 2. From what I'm seeing from the shuffle, they definitely see you as someone who is worthy of commitment. Definitely commitment energy coming through. All right, we have the Queen of Wands for how they feel about you. So they do see you as someone very confident, very fiery. There's a lot of attraction there. You could be very connected to spirit as well with the Queen of Wands. And King of Cups. So there's definitely love there with the King of Cups. Highest form of love. You know, again, I feel like this person was looking for you. There's a song trying to come through, but I can't figure. Casey and JoJo, All My Life. That's what song I'm hearing. All my life, I prayed for someone like you. And again, I was hearing like maybe they didn't know how to handle that once they had you. You could have also been someone that kind of woke them up or awakened them spiritually, I'm hearing. Highest form of love there is, King of Cups. And look at that, we have the Four of Wands. There must be deer on, I don't know if there's deer on all the court cards. Yeah, there is. But look at these two. Aw. So you could be a fire sign. You could have fire and they could have water or vice versa here. But Four of Wands, like commitment energy. Definitely. And, you know, I am getting a message about this Four of Wands. About, it's interesting because we have this one wand is sitting over here kind of separating the 3 wands and the 1 wand. And the 3 of Wands does talk about like creating a stable foundation and growth. So maybe this person feels like they have to create a more solid foundation before they can join in a foundation and have a firm foundation with you. All right, let's see how this person is currently feeling about you. How is this person feeling about pile 2? We have 6 of Pentacles, so equal give and take and reciprocity. You could be someone who is a giver. You could also be someone who's a mentor to others, I'm hearing. But 6 of Pentacles, the Empress on the bottom, oh my goodness. So this person definitely feels like you're someone worthy of equal give and take and reciprocity. Empress, divine feminine energy. So they feel like they, you know, healthy, sensual, committed relationship, the Empress. Interesting, that's Taurus and Libra. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? We have Justice. So this person could need to, I keep hearing they see you as someone who deserves balance. This almost feels like it could be connected to pile 1 in some way, but that's all I'll say. Because these 2 cards came out in pile 1. Anyway, this person sees that you are someone, or feels like you are someone who's worthy of equal give and take, reciprocity, and balance. For some of you, they could also feel like they owe you some truth and accountability, possibly even an apology for the way they self-sabotaged, or if they did reject you out of some irrational fear. I feel like they owe you some kind of apology. They could owe you balance as well. Like maybe this is someone in the past who was very inconsistent and didn't prioritize this connection and didn't prioritize partnership and connection and prioritized other things. How is this person feeling about you? We have the Star, my goodness. So we have Libra energy and Aquarius energy. So they do have hope for this. The Earthworm talked about not losing hope. So they haven't lost hope that they can transform this connection. I feel like they feel this is a fated connection with the Star. You could shine like a star. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about pile 2, please, Spirit? We have Ace of Wands, so they definitely feel that spark with you. There's also this energy where they feel like they could feel very turned on by you as well with that Ace of Wands. They could, you know, think about you while they're, you know. Now I'm hearing that song, I Touch Myself. So they could think about you when they're doing that or when they're listening to that song. But they definitely feel a spiritual connection with you. They could also be feeling inspired to take action. As I'm saying that, this person sees you as their match. Because we had the Empress come out with 6 of Pentacles. And now we have the Emperor coming out. So it's like this person feels like they need to be able to, I just heard I'm horrible with expressions. Oh my gosh. Put their money where their mouth is. Is that the expression? That's what I just heard. This person knows if they take action, they need to be able to step up and give you that equal give and take and reciprocity, because that's what you want. You want something more traditional. We have Aries energy here. There's definitely an energy this person is feeling inspired to take action towards you, but they could be struggling with their Emperor energy here. And that kind of reminds me of that Jaguar card I was talking about, the Black Jaguar with the shadows. I think that there's something there. Anyway, with the Earthworm energy, it feels like this person wants to take action towards you. They want to step up here with the Emperor, but they could be feeling hesitant or shy about coming towards you. They definitely feel like you are their match here with the Emperor and Empress, and they feel like they need to be able to provide stability and structure here with the Emperor if they're going to come towards you. And maybe, you know, they're still working on their own confidence before they can do that. They definitely feel a very strong bond with you. My goodness. Leo energy, Aries energy. So let's see this person's, I haven't used this deck in, I don't know, like a year. Maybe it's been a while since you've known this person. So let's see their intentions towards you. I'm just going to get a couple more cards. Intentions. So that's interesting. We have the 6 of Swords transition. Didn't I say it with that? 6 of Swords. So I just felt a froggy in my throat. So I feel like there are things that they need to release before coming towards you. That doesn't have to mean another person, but like some of their shadows, some of the things that they're rediscovering about themselves. I feel like they feel like there's still some things they need to cleanse and heal and release before coming back towards you. 6 of Swords, they definitely, you know, haven't been able to let you go. Their intentions are to reconnect with you, to repair a disconnect. Ace of Pentacles, to offer you stability. And then we have the 4 of Cups in reverse and the 8 of Cups in reverse. And the 8 of Cups in reverse can be someone who walked away from you coming back. So if this person did reject you because of some irrational fear they had, or if they did walk away from you, their intention is to come back and to give, like, meet your needs, because maybe this person, like, maybe they weren't meeting your needs in the past. We also have the 4 of Cups in reverse, and the 4 of Cups in reverse talks about clarity, awareness, choosing happiness. And I feel like you're their happiness, or they feel happy when they're with you. And being more active in the connection, being more active, putting in more effort with the 4 of Cups in reverse. And, you know, if this person did walk away from you in the past, the 8 of Cups is hard because you're walking away from something where there's still love. So if this person did walk away or run away, I'm hearing, or they were in avoidance of their own shadows. I feel like it was hard for them to walk away from you because they did love you. Highest form of love, King of Cups. So let's see what action they're taking. What will their future action be? We have the Knight of Swords. So Knight of Swords is, it could be very impulsive that they come in. Knight of Swords is sudden arrival. So action, this person is going to suddenly arrive in your energy. They're suddenly going to be there. It's, you know, fast communication. It's very fast. And just looking at your person's energy where they're kind of in this apprehensive and cautious earthworm energy, to bring into balance, speak up and risk that embarrassment. It almost feels like your person, they just one day, they get this spark or this Ace of Wands, they get this inspiration to reach out and they act on it. They don't overthink it. You know, maybe something happens to them or they see something that reminds them of you and they just suddenly take action towards you with the Knight of Swords. I'm just going to get one more to confirm that. It feels like they suddenly come out of Hermit energy. One more to confirm actions, please. I just want to confirm that. So Ace of Cups. Yeah, sudden action out of nowhere. They appear with this Ace of Cups, with this offer of love for you. Interesting. Again, like they're suddenly going to appear out of Hermit energy, or this kind of does remind me of the Hermit, the earthworm. So what is currently blocking them? What is currently blocking? What is the blockage? Whatever that was, it didn't want to come out. It was a king of some sort. What is currently blocking this connection? We have death. We have the moon. So fear. There's fear. Their fear is still blocking them here. We have the Three of Pentacles and death for blockages. So for blockages, there's still fear blocking them from coming towards you. Cautious, apprehensive. Oh, do you know what another thing that could be blocking this connection still is? There's still shadow work they need to do with the moon as a blockage. There's still shadow work they need to do. There's still shadows that they need to transform with the death. There's still negative, I don't know if this will be for all of you, but it seems like there's still some negative patterns or shadows that this person needs to work on before coming back towards you. So there could also be anxiety here. Fear and anxiety could be blocking them from coming towards you. Fear, you know, with the Three of Pentacles, that could be fear that they can't meet you halfway or that they can't be a good teammate to you right now. There's definitely something about shadows here. There's still a few shadows they need to conquer and shine a light on, or they're going to repeat unhealthy patterns with the death. Fear of change could also be a blockage here with the Death card. And then Three of Pentacles for what's blocking this, like their fear and ego. Again, Three of Pentacles talks about conflict with the ego. So, you know, they may be struggling with their confidence right now. That could still be a blockage. Conflicts in their practical life. So there could be conflicts in their 3D world or obstacles that they still need to overcome. And it does talk about, like, this person does have this fear that they can't meet your needs right now. And that seems to be a blockage here, that they know that you deserve this Emperor. They know that you deserve someone stepping up. And if they have this fear that they can't be a good teammate in love, that's kind of what's blocking this right now. So let's look at future potential. And then we'll get channeled messages. So future potential. We have 9 of Cups. Oh my gosh. And the Hierophant. So that's interesting. Future potential, the Hierophant, that is marriage. And I kept saying I felt Hierophant energy over here. That's higher level of commitment. And 9 of Cups is positivity. It's wish fulfillment. So it feels like future potential, this person gets in a more positive mind frame and comes towards you for a higher level of commitment here. That's beautiful. Wish fulfillment. So if your wish fulfillment has been commitment with this person, that's what's in your outcome here. 9 of Cups as an outcome. And the Hierophant, beautiful. So a more traditional connection, commitment, I'm hearing. Everything that your values there. Wishes coming true, contentment, success, achievements, pleasure. Appreciating love life, positivity leading to romance, cheerful romance. And the 9 of Cups talks about completing an important stage in life. So it's almost like once this person completes their shadow work, that's when this wish fulfillment comes in, which is what I was hearing. And again, Hierophant is marriage, marriage card, higher level of commitment. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have 3 of Swords in reverse. And the 3 of Swords in reverse, this is such an interesting card to me because we have these 2 snakes, kind of like stalemate energy or stuck energy. And then we have this one snake that's all full of hearts. I love that. Anyway, the 3 of Swords in reverse is about healing, and it's about forgiveness, apologies, and reconciliation. So that's beautiful. That's your outcome. Beautiful. So channeled messages from this person. Channeled messages from this person. Ace of Cups. Now I'm hearing a different song. I'm hearing I Only Have Eyes for You, which is an older song. I can't remember anything else about that song, except that one line, I only have eyes for you. So channeled messages from this person for pile 2, please, Spirit. Channeled messages. Have I lost everything? So this person, part of their fear could be that they've lost their chance with you. I just dream and wish for everything. I'm seeing that channeled message card with, I fantasize about our future together. Kids, house, I want it all. So what does this person want to say to pile 2, please, Spirit? Yes. Yes. I just heard that's the one. They know you're the one. I just want you all the time. Emphasis on all the time. And we have yes. Yes, that's the one. Big fat yes. What does this person want to say to pile 2? They've seen the light on their shadows. Remember? Transitioning from shadow to light. And what do you want? So this person is also wondering what you want, if you still see a future with them. I also feel like this is symbolic of your values, like what you want. So we have, I'm too afraid to talk. Makes sense with the earthworm, right? we have, you are so beautiful, why do you need me? That's a little bit of, it's almost like they have you up on a pedestal. They don't understand, you know, that talks about a newbie or a novice. So again, remember how I was talking about how maybe this person sees you as being more evolved than them in some way? They could have you up on a bit of a pedestal, like, you are so beautiful, why do you even need me? Which makes me a little sad for them. I'm just going to get one more card for right there. Double confirmation. We have double confirmation that they're too afraid to talk right now. So if they're holding back or they're withdrawn, that's why. And we have, I am coming, trust. So now I'm just going to call out some dates. The reason I covered those other two cards up is because there's no numbers on them, and I like getting the dates. So just stay with me for a minute. This might take a few minutes. We have, I'll start with the 70s. We have 1978, 1971, 1974, 1979. We have 1989, 1984, 1981, 1987, 1988. We have 1998, 1994, 1991, 1997. For months and days that could be symbolic to this connection. Memories, birthdays, we have August 7th, August 1st, August 4th, August 8th, August 9th. We have July 8th, July 1st, July 4th, July 9th, January 7th, January 8th, January 4th, January 9th, April 1st, April 7th, April 8th, April 9th, or September 8th, September 4th, September 1st, September 7th. Or technically the 14th, the 17th, the 18th, or the 19th of any of those months could also be symbolic. So pile 2, I'm going to leave it here. Hopefully that resonated. I am sending you lots of love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye! Hello, pile 3, and welcome to your reading. If you chose pile 3 and this ruby kyanite crystal, this is going to be your reading all about how your person is feeling about you. And we're going to start with doing an energy check. So if you're not resonating with the energy check, be sure to check a different pile. I'm also noticing that my candle is shining a little brighter for this pile in the camera, so your light could be shining really bright right now. You could have resonated with that reading I did a few days ago where I had to move the candle off camera because it was so bright. I don't remember it shining that brightly for pile 1 and 2. So I just wanted to mention that. But so these cards are going to show us your energy, and then these ones are going to be your person's energy, and then we have a connecting energy between you. So we're going to start with you. I'll lay all of the cards down and then I'll talk about them. So pile 3, you are coming up as the peacock, which always gives me 9 of Pentacles energy. So you could be going through a glow up is what I'm hearing. That's air energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the twins, self-protection, dual natures. So you may resonate with counterparts or the twin flame journey. And then for your oracle card, we have heart on lock, emotionally unavailable. And I don't think this is because you are an emotionally unavailable person. I don't think it's that you're lacking emotion or feelings or that you are not emotionally available in general. But I do feel like right now you're making yourself emotionally unavailable towards this person. But I'll go back to that in a minute. So for your person's energy, we have the butterfly, more air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We have the gambler, loss and risks. Maybe your person has a gambling problem. That won't be for all of you, but I wanted to mention it because it is the gambler. Or maybe they like playing cards. Maybe you have a memory of playing cards with them. You could also, you or your person could wear a lot of rings. And then for their oracle card, we have Coming Clean, I Still Love You. So let me just make sure these are all, whoops, in the frame. It's funny that butterfly caught on to this clear quartz, and then we have Coming Clean. So I do feel like this person has clarity about the way they feel about you. Actually, I need to put that one over there. I need to make a little bit more room. Your energy is taking up so much space. You're powerful, pile 3. And then for the connecting energy, we have the 2 of Pentacles. So movement, choices, decisions. And I find it interesting, a Pentacle card came out for every pile for connecting energy. And fun fact, every pile, the viewer, actually, let me think about that. Not every pile for this person, but for every pile for the viewer was focused on self. So that's very powerful to me as a reader, to see so many collectives focusing on themselves right now. And not in a bad way, not in a selfish way or anything. So we can't see that twin card at all. There we go. All right, so I'll start with your side. I just scratched my table. So for your side, we have the peacock, and the peacock, like I said, reminds me of the 9 of Pentacles. The peacock is actually a beautiful card. It's very powerful. One of my favorite cards in this deck. So you could be going through a glow up, or you could be in this peacock energy if you're resonating with this pile. Peacock, inner beauty, compassion, assimilator of anything. When in balance, confident and kind. So you could be feeling very confident right now. The beauty of the peacock is unrivaled. It's easy to think it comes from its plumage, but the secret of the peacock is that the beauty resides within and extends outward indefinitely. And that's why I'm hearing glow up, shining from the inside out. This adept creature can assimilate or digest all experiences in life, so it does not harbor resentment, conflict, or past pain within its psyche. The peacock type is extremely rare. Not many of us have reached this advanced level of acceptance of the self and others, so very powerful energy. What I'm seeing from the peacock is that although you may be emotionally unavailable towards this person right now, which I will talk about in a minute, it's not that you are holding on to resentment or conflict or past pain towards them. It's simply that, you know, maybe you see that until this person transforms or admits that they have feelings for you or makes a decision about you, you can't continue to be emotionally available to them. Like I said, even though you seem not to be being emotionally available to this person, it's not that you're holding on to resentment. You're actually in a very powerful energy where you're accepting this situation for what it is. You could be trusting in divine timing. You're also very accepting of yourself right now. It's very much giving me, you know, almost like Empress energy. Now with Heart on Lock, there's a few things that I'm hearing, and I will actually move these cards to explain it to you. This black cat wanted to come with it, so maybe you're in what they call black cat energy. But we have the twins self-protection, and then we have heart on lock. So that's why I was saying that you could be emotionally unavailable towards this person because you're protecting your own energy, or there's something about duality here that's causing you, like maybe you and your person are different, or you have differences, or, you know, I was seeing that maybe you feel like you can't be available to this person emotionally until they stop holding their cards close to their chest, until they transform, until they, you know, evolve into this butterfly. That butterfly reminds me of that card, healing the inner child. So that could be another thing, like until this person starts healing their inner child, maybe you are not being emotionally available to them and you're focusing on self. Like I said, the main reason I said that towards this person is because this says self-protection. So it feels like you are protecting your emotions and your heart from this person right now. But again, it's not that you're holding on to resentment towards this person. You just know that you need to protect your energy right now, or that you can't open up to them emotionally because maybe they weren't opening up emotionally, or maybe there was something that happened that caused you to need to protect your energy. The other thing I was hearing with these two cards, I'm hearing two different scenarios. The other scenario I'm hearing is that you could see this as a twin flame, or you could see this as your divine counterpart, because we do have the twins and we have this energy of like the sun and the moon here, and these two, are they cranes? I'm curious about, I'm looking over at a deck on my shelf wondering if there's a card about this crane in it. I might go grab it in a minute. But what I was saying is that you could actually, I don't know if you're in separation with this person or not, but if you are, you could feel like they hold the key to your heart, and your heart could be on lock when it comes to other people, because you see this as your twin, you see this as your person. So it could be that, you know, you're not interested in dating anyone else, or you're not interested in looking for any other connections because this person holds the key to your heart, and you could be saving your heart for this person. And I don't mean that in a sense of like delusion or desperation or anything like that. But with that twin card, you know, if you see this person as your twin, maybe you just simply don't have interest in anyone else. Or you've never felt this way before about anyone else before. Maybe you even tried to move on and you couldn't. So that emotionally unavailable could be towards other people. I'm not talking about friendships and friends, but like towards other love interests. You could be not emotionally available for any other type of love connection because you do see this as your person. Hopefully that made sense. Do I want to go get that? I do. Hang on. So I haven't used this deck in ages, but as soon as I pulled that card, or when I was talking about the cranes, Spirit called my attention to this deck. So just out of curiosity, I went and grabbed it to see if there was a red crane, a red-headed crane in it. And there is, and it was on the bottom of the deck, which I find even crazier. The red-crowned crane and its loyalty, 29, which reduces to 11. And 1111 is twin flame. So I think there's a connection there, and you can see in this image, we have the moon, very divine feminine energy. And you can see this feminine is kind of allowing this crane to carry her. And this, I won't read you the whole thing, but it says, once a mate is found, the pair bonds through graceful dances and haunting fluting calls. And these highly ritualized movements continue to strengthen the connection as life goes on. And it talks about loyalty and steadfastness, or however you say that word. In this world of instant gratification and short attention spans, perhaps the idea of loyalty is beginning to be a lost ideal. And remember how I was just talking about how you could be like not open to meeting anyone else because you are like you have a soul loyalty to this person. Thinking carefully about our promises and keeping our word means that we become people to be trusted by others and ourselves. Loyalty, the red-crowned crane. I just find that very interesting. So I just wanted to mention that. And like I said, it's 29, which reduces to 11. All right, so that's you, my friend. And on your person's side, we have transformation. We have butterfly energy. So your person is going through a transformation. They're evolving from this caterpillar into this butterfly. I'm hearing evolving to the next phase, healing inner child. We also have coming clean. So this person is coming clean to themselves. Maybe recently you've heard from this person, maybe not for some of you. I feel like if you haven't heard from them, you will be hearing from them because they're finally being honest with themselves through this transformation. They're coming clean with themselves about how they still have feelings for you. They still love you. And with the gambler, it says loss and risks. So it feels like this is someone who feels like they've, suffered some kind of loss. Specifically when it comes to you, and they're thinking about showing you their hand of cards here. They're thinking about rolling the dice. They're thinking about taking a risk and coming clean that they still love you. And the butterfly talks about transition, and the transition reminds me of the Six of Swords. So it does feel like this person is transitioning into calmer waters, wanting to reconnect with you, realizing they haven't been able to let you go. And it does feel like they want to take a risk towards you here. And we have movement, choices, and decisions. So there is movement here. And they're thinking about what choice to make and how to come towards you. This is interesting because we have this bud here, which maybe somebody here smokes marijuana, but this reminds me of try again, new directions, starting over, new beginnings. And then we have these two rings, and we have this like person looking at all these choices, right? So we have this, we have a heart with two rings in it, symbolic of marriage, commitment. And then we have what looks to be 5 pentacles over here, which to me symbolizes, making the decision to come in out of the cold, with the 5 of Pentacles, wanting to overcome challenges, try again. So you may have made the decision to focus on yourself and to remain emotionally unavailable to others or to this person. And it feels like your person is also in the energy of movement, needing to make a choice and a decision. This card indicates a time of movement, significant changes, and choices that must be made. And let me just finish. Maybe your person has ADHD. I don't know. Maybe you have ADHD. I want to hop around from book to book here. With hard work, great effort, and determination, you have the ability to juggle the demands that are in front of you. Whether they concern money, business decisions, or other things, it's important to stay flexible and focused. You don't have to do it alone. Reach out for the best advice and assistance. In addition, a union or partnership may arise here. The more time you take to make these vital decisions and choices, the longer it will be before you can move towards your goals in the physical world. So the longer that they hold back, the longer that they hold their cards close to their chest, the longer it's taking for this union to happen or for this new beginning to happen. And your person could also be like, maybe they did go through some sort of loss recently, because the butterfly talks about transition. And that doesn't just have to be within this relationship or within themselves. There could have been like, maybe they did lose someone in their life, or the transition could have to do with moving or a job. But usually it has to do with personal growth, personal evolution. So the butterfly, undergoing great change and transformation. And again, realizing that they still have feelings for you, being honest with themselves. And again, there's this energy of them wanting to take a risk, coming clean with you to tell you how they still feel. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this usually involves relationships. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time. So yeah, that's what we have for the energy check. Pretty straightforward. So now we are going to get tarot. No, we're not. I have another deck I want to get for you first. So I'm going to shuffle this deck, and I'm going to take the cards that actually come flying out of the deck. I find that sometimes they flip over in this deck, but I set the intention that I'm only taking the cards that flip right out. We have Divine Masculine. Interesting. One more shuffle. We have Obscurity, concealing, holding their cards close to their chest. And I talked about it in every other pile, so I'll talk about it in this pile as well. But the body language of the animals, I always talk about the body language of the animals. You're facing this way, focused on self. They're facing you. So wanting to transition towards you. We have heart fog, mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. So this person could have been very hot and cold with you. They could have sent you mixed signals. Maybe they weren't being honest with themselves about how they truly felt about you here. So let's see how this person is feeling about you. I'm also noticing that we have a flame there. How is this person feeling about you? That one definitely flew out. It flew out onto the floor. We have realizations, epiphanies, understanding, awakening. So this person is having a lot of realizations about you, finally coming clean to themselves about how they still have feelings for you. They haven't let you go. They haven't let you go here. Having a realization that they're still holding on to your energy. We have commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity, the 2 rings. Oh my goodness. We have depth, awareness, importance, value. This is how they're feeling about you. So they've had a realization about commitment. They've had a realization about the importance of you, the value of you. And this one, the peacock, talks about how peacock types are extremely rare. So this person is having a realization that you are extremely rare. They're not just going to come across a peacock again, is what I'm hearing. How is this person currently feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? We have loyalty, trusting, reliability. So they see you as, they feel like you're someone who's very loyal, someone who they could always trust and believe, who wouldn't betray them. They could be feeling like they could be feeling like you are still being loyal to them too. Whoa, we have Divine Masculine. Interesting. With that heart on lock, like they could feel like you're still being loyal to them. Maybe you've told them that, or maybe they see that you haven't been you haven't moved on. And then we have confessions, unveiling, coming clean, messages. And that's exactly what I'm talking about with the gambler. And wanting to take a risk, wanting to come clean Coming clean, coming clean, coming clean. All right. When I said coming clean, the timer was at 11:11 from since the time that I paused it from grabbing that other deck. So now we're going to get some tarot. Oh my gosh, the first cut, we have 10 of Swords in reverse. So lessons learned, healing, wanting a reconciliation, wanting to put a relationship back together. We have the King of Swords, wanting to be honest with you. Mental clarity, truth. Realization. All right, so let's see how your person is feeling about you. And then I'm going to ask a few more questions. And then we'll get some channeled messages. So how is this person feeling about pile 3? We've got the 9 of Swords in reverse. Releasing fear, healing and relief, ending of mental torment, recovery, facing life, finding help, learning to cope. And in love, the 9 of Swords in reverse, that's Gemini energy. The 9 of Swords in reverse talks about wanting to alleviate stress by sharing how they're feeling with their partner. So I feel like this person does want to talk. They do want to talk. So how is this person feeling about pile 3? How is this person feeling about pile 3? We have the Moon in reverse. Release of fear, truth exposed, so coming clean. Emotions being released, clarity and understanding. So this person they have a better understanding of, and that's what that Epiphany card says, or that realization. They have a better understanding of what this connection is, what you mean to them. They feel like they need to release their fear, maybe their fear of intimacy or commitment, and come towards you with some sort of truth, coming clean. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? We've got the King of Pentacles. So this person does feel like, as far as you, they feel like you're very prosperous. They feel like you're very abundant. You're reliable. You're safe. You're kind. You're sensual. But I also feel like this is very symbolic of them feeling commitment energy with you. Like they feel like they want to add to your life. They don't want to take from it. They want commitment. They want stability. They want to protect. They want to provide. And we have the Knight of Swords. So this person feels like they have a lot they want to say to you. There's a lot they want to get off their chest with that 9 of Swords in reverse. There's a lot they want to come clean about, specifically their feelings. I'm not seeing that as anything bad. I feel like it's more so about their feelings and their, about maybe some of the transition and changes they've been making. They feel like they need to be very direct with you and take a direct approach towards you. And, they could be feeling like they need to act fast here, because maybe it's been a while. Like this movement, choices, decisions, this is someone who feels like they really do need to take action towards you. They need to, come towards you, be direct with you about how they're feeling. They need to stop holding back. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? So the Page of Wands just wanted to come out, but it flipped back in. It flipped back in. The Office could be symbolic for some reason. The Office just popped into my mind. Packer, the boss. Anyway, we have 2 of Swords in reverse. Time to make a move, exactly, with the Knight of Swords. So they feel like they need to make a decision. They need to make a decision. It's time to make a move. They need to stop holding back. and they need to come towards you and make a move. How is this person feeling about you? How is this person feeling about you? These cards keep flipping out and then flipping back in. Oh my goodness, look at that. We have the Queen of Pentacles. Clearly this person sees you as their match. Clearly they see you as their counterpart, soulmate, whatever you want to call it. Because we have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So that they see you as their person. They see you as, maybe they see that you could be a power couple together, or they see that you could be very successful together. This person could feel like you are protecting your energy or protecting your pentacle right now. But they feel like you're very nurturing, practical, generous, sensible, luxurious, caring, good business sense, working parent. You're their wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups. You're their wish fulfillment. Two of Wands. It's time to make a decision. Choices, decisions, first steps. Preparing to leave comfort zone. And then we have the Ace of Swords. So they definitely feel like they need to leave their comfort zone and come towards you with communication. I just want to get a few more about how they feel about you. I didn't get this many cards for the other piles for feelings, but I feel called to get just 2 more for their feelings. How is this person feeling about you? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That's why I asked for 2 more. I heard 2 more. Get 2 more. We have happiness, 10 of Cups for how they feel about you. Happiness, divine love, blissful relationship, harmony, alignment, family, love and support, fulfillment, emotional stability, domestic joy. And then we have the Emperor, which is that divine masculine energy. So they do feel like they need to take control of this situation. They feel like they need to take action towards you, to step up. I just heard step up or step out. And we have 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. So they want equal give and take and reciprocity with you. Wow. And they feel like, 10 of Cups can be about happily ever after, storybook ending. It does say divine love as well. And they feel like they need to come towards you with 6 of Pentacles. They need to come towards you ready to give to this connection, ready to step up and give. I haven't been mentioning signs. We have heavy earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have heavy air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We also have Aries. We have Pisces and Cancer. So let's look at their intentions. What are their intentions towards you? Intentions. We have 5 of Wands in reverse. Harmony, peace, more relaxed environment, release of tension, end of conflict, cooperation, and agreements. Beautiful. So this person's intentions towards you are to have an agreement, a truce, resolution. They want to overcome these blockages here, these obstacles. And then we have the Queen of Cups on the bottom. So their intentions, they don't want to come towards you and fight, because this says like they don't want conflict with you. 5 of Wands in reverse. They don't want to fight. They want to come towards you. Their intentions are to come towards you in a very compassionate, warm, caring energy. And I still love you. The Queen of Cups also talks about deepening an already existing connection. So their intentions are to deepen this connection that already exists between the 2 of you. We have Ace of Pentacles underneath that. So stable offer. So what action will this person take towards you? What action is this person going to take towards you? We have the 2 of Wands, so they are going to make a decision to come towards you here. Page of Wands on the bottom. So choice, decision, first steps. So they're going to take that first step towards you here, make the decision to come towards you, leave their comfort zone. Two of Wands. Page of Wands, that even says messenger. So they're going to come towards you with excitement, with cheerfulness. They're going to come towards you very energetically. Page of Wands is inspired action. So they're going to make the decision to come towards you with that action. Two of Wands. I just want to look at it. Two of Wands, setting romantic goals, making plans in love, planning a future together. They're going to cross that bridge. They're going to make their move. I just want to confirm that. Well, underneath the Page of Wands, we have the Lovers, which I can't really show you because it's very naked. But making the choice to send you that message, making the choice to take action towards you, divine love, deep soul connection, choice, harmony, relationships, value alignment, union, balance, unity, romance. They could come in very flirtatious. Let's just confirm their actions though. What action is this person taking towards pile 3? That is like extra confirmation for something I just said. We have the 5 of Pentacles in reverse. And then we have the 7 of Cups in reverse for action. The Chariot, that's crazy pants. When I was shuffling, I was seeing the Chariot. That's crazy pants. So for action, 5 of Pentacles in reverse. Remember I mentioned the 5 of Pentacles here? And I specifically said making the choice to come in out of the cold because I was seeing 5 of Pentacles. And that's exactly what this is. 5 of Pentacles coming in out of the cold. It's positive change. It's overcoming adversity. Hope returns. 7 of Cups in reverse, coming into alignment, not being distracted by other things, clarity, harmony restored. 7 of Cups in reverse is like clarity and action. Remember how that card caught this clear quartz and I mentioned clarity? That's magic. And then the Chariot on the bottom. Action, success, movement forwards, determination. Taking control of the situation, taking the reins of that Chariot. Love it. So what could still be blocking this person? That was magical. What could still be blocking this person? What is still blocking this person? We have the 7 of Swords in reverse. So what could still be blocking this person? They could be worried that you don't trust them. It also says imposter syndrome, making amends for wrongdoing. So they could need to apologize or make amends for wrongdoing. They could still be struggling with a bit of running energy. That could be what's holding them back right now. That's Aquarius energy. So what is blocking them still? You know, maybe there's something they need to get off their chest that they are procrastinating about, or they have a fear of how you're going to react. That's an interesting blockage. My plant is shaking. I wish you could see it. My plant is shaking. Not these leaves, but the leaves back here. So there could be some fear, like it's just shaking like crazy. So what could be blocking this connection? They could still be in a little bit of runner energy. They could still be coming up with a strategy. 7 of Swords is a blockage. They still could be strategizing how to come towards you. They could even be like, one of the blockages here could be that, you know, maybe they're suspicious if you've moved on, or they're suspicious if you'd even give them another chance. It also talks about like being smart and strategic. So like this person, something that could be blocking them is they could be being a little bit too strategic on how to come towards you, to the point where it's leading to procrastination. All right, I just want to look at future potential of this connection, please, Spirit. Future potential of this connection. Future potential. Well, we have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Three of Swords in reverse, and we have the Ace of Swords. So breakthrough, truth, new insight, new beginning, mental clarity, success. Three of Swords, releasing pain, forgiveness, recovery, apologies, emotional and physical healing. Three of Swords also talks about reconciliation. And we have the Ace of Cups. So new beginning here. That's your potential. A new stable beginning, which is exactly what I was saying with that little bud there. Three of Swords, like I said, talks about reconciliation. Healing, forgiveness, recovery, reconciliation. Forgiving one another, moving on from pain. So there is the potential that you'll move on from pain. And look at this. We have the Queen of Cups, which I already talked about. Deepening an already existing connection, and Six of Wands, success, victory, triumph, rewards. So there's still lots of potential here. Love it. So let's get some channeled messages from your person. We have I Could Be Your Hero, Baby, which is a song. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have You Make My Heart Full, which that did come out for their feelings, Ten of Cups. So you make their heart full. We also have sex with you. So, yeah. So what does this person want to say to pile 3? What does this person want to say to pile 3? We have, I don't want to lose you. So that's what I was saying about this. Like, it's almost like they feel like if they don't take a risk, they're going to lose you. We have, please give me time. I've never felt this way before. So clearly they've never felt this way before. And we have reach out. So I do feel like they're, please give me time. I'm going to reach out. Beautiful. I wouldn't be reaching out to them. I would just keep doing what you're doing. We have 1. I have so much desire for you. Clearly. September 11th could be symbolic, or November 9th. What does this person want to say to pile 3? Definitely. Definitely. And we have wait. So there could have been a bit of a pause here. You know what? Remember the blockages, 7 of Swords. That's a 7. So maybe you just have to, maybe you just have to wait for these last few blockages to be released. Maybe that has to do with that 7 of Swords, of that procrastination coming towards you, or hesitation. And let's just get... That's interesting. On the bottom, we have I need more balance. And that has to do with the 2 of Pentacles. So they could, interesting, that one just came flying out. So they could still need to find a bit more balance before coming in. And then we have I imagine you naked. And I'm thinking of that Lovers card that I had to cover with the very naked people on it. So those are the cards I'm going to take. And they may need to find more balance before they come towards you. That could be what's causing the waiting period. So now I'm going to mention dates. These would be significant dates to this connection, or you or your person. So years, we have 1978, 1971, 1979, 1974. We have 1987, 1981, 1989, 1984. I know I'm not doing them in the right order. We have 1994, 1991, 1998, 1997. I already mentioned September 11th, because I just saw 911 could be symbolic, or November 9th. We have April 9th, April 1st, April 11th, April 8th, April 7th, September 4th, September 11th, September 8th, September 7th, January 9th, January 4th, January 1st, January 8th, January 7th, or January 11th. November 9th, November 4th, November 8th, November 7th. Did I say November 9th? I know I mentioned it several times. We have August 7th, August 1st, August 11th, August 9th, August 4th, and then we have July 7th, no, July 8th, July 11th, July 1st, July 9th, July 4th. Also, the 19th, the 14th, the 11th, the 18th, the 17th of a month could be symbolic. I know it's a lot. So, my friends, I'm going to leave it here. I am sending you so much love and light, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.